Hey everyone, it's Nate, and this is your 2 minute or so weekly recap and also weekly encouragement. During this sermon series, Pray Like This, I'm going to send out a video either Wednesday or Thursday just to give you encouragement as you work towards that place of prayer where you're really connecting with God. So, this past Sunday, we talked about creating sacred spaces. And we realized that wherever we are and we spend time in prayer with God is honestly a sacred space. But from that busy day that Jesus had, God really does invite us to take time throughout our day, or maybe just one time a day, to where we kind of get rid of distractions and spend intentional time with God in prayer. So, what does that look like? Maybe you're new to this. This means to find that space in your house or wherever you're at, maybe work, where you can say, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to pray right here. This is my spot. And sometimes it's helpful to have that, or maybe some supply gathering, pictures of situations or people you're praying for, notes about prayer requests, maybe a prayer journal or something to that nature. Everything is different for everybody because it's just different situations. But the third one really unites us together, which is we need to tear away from the distractions. So maybe that's putting your cell phone on silent and keeping it in the other room, or turning off the TV, or praying before the kids wake up or after they go to bed. Everybody's schedule is different, so this will just depend. But those are some helpful tips to get us started as we create sacred space within our lives to pray to God. So I had this book that was given to me years ago, and it's something I've always referenced, which is The One Thing. Now, this is not a spiritual book, but it is a leadership book. And it asks the question, what is the one thing that you can do? And by doing that one thing, everything is easier or unnecessary. So it talks a lot about prioritizing. But I asked this question at the end of the sermon, which is, what is the one thing that you are going to spend the next 4 weeks praying for? I truly believe, friends, that there is power in prayer. I have no doubt about that. And if you are intentionally praying for one thing, and yes, your list may be really long, but intentionally praying for one thing, I believe God is going to do something miraculous in your life. God may change that situation. God may change you. God may change somebody else. I have seen God work in ways that I just cannot begin to understand. So I believe if we are intentional about praying for one thing, that God is going to do something amazing. So I invited all of us to do that. And so I want this weekly video to sort of just be a dialogue. And here's a couple of questions on things that I would like to hear. Where's your spot? Where's your favorite spot to pray? Honestly, one of mine is to turn off the radio and drive down the road and just talk to God in the car. And yes, I do keep my eyes open, but there's just no distractions for me, and I really enjoy praying while I'm driving. So, what is yours? I'm going to put up my email, a place where you can text me if you prefer to do that, or you can always call the church office or just have a conversation with me on Sunday to let me know. And the other thing is this: you don't have to pray alone. And sometimes things are held confidentially because you just aren't willing or wanting to share those, and that's fine. But I encourage you to reach out, if you're willing, to somebody who can pray with you about that one thing you're praying for the next 4 weeks. And I'm excited how God is going to change our lives individually and the life of this church as we continue to study Pray Like This.